Point and shoot film cameras never interested me, but then I shot this one. This is the Yashica T5, also known as the Yashica T4 Super. It's an overhyped and overpriced point and shoot film camera. Or is it? There are a couple of things about point and shoot film cameras that have always bothered me. The biggest issue I had with them is that they're basically fully automatic, so you give up a lot of creative control when you shoot them. You want a certain aperture or shutter speed? Forget about it. You want to manually adjust the exposure? Good luck with that. And part of the beauty of shooting film, to me at least, is being able to manually control all those things to really slow down the process and be fully present while taking photos. Point and shoots also have a reputation for not being the best quality cameras, so I figured photos taken with them would be pretty much crap. One of the things that I love about certain film cameras is the swirly bokeh that they make, and with point and shoots it's basically impossible to get that look. And the third reason is that they just don't look cool to me. There are such beautiful film cameras out there, and then you have these point and shoots which basically look like a plastic toy. So with all of this stacking up against point and shoots, I was definitely not looking to get one. But then one day, my boyfriend Gregory found this camera, the Yashica T5. And I had heard of the Yashica T4 before, which is a very sought after camera, and the T5 is basically the T4 Super because it has a very unique feature called the Super Scope, which is basically a waist level viewfinder. Now, I love waist level viewfinders. It is my favorite way to shoot film. My RZ67, Mamiya C33, my Yashica 635, the XL1C, they all have waist level viewfinders. So when I heard about this Super Scope, I was definitely intrigued. Aside from the Super Scope, the Yashica T5 also has some other features going for it. It has a super sharp 35mm 3.5 Carl Zeiss lens on it, and it's weatherproof, so you can take it out in the rain and on the beach without a care in the world. It also has a self-timer and a built-in flash. So I grabbed some Kodak Gold from our fridge and went out and tried it. Now, this is totally up to personal taste, but I really like the sound that this camera makes. It gives off a really nice retro 90s vibe. The Super Scope is surprisingly bright, but it is small. To me, the fact that it is so small actually made me not want to use it much. Like with many other waist level viewfinders, the image is reversed. So what is left is right and what's right is left, so that may be an extra difficulty if you're not used to it. Overall, I find the Super Scope a really cool thing to have on a camera, but I just didn't find it very convenient. Another thing that I struggled with was the shutter button. I don't know if it's just because I'm used to older and heavier cameras, but during the first roll of shooting this camera, I could not for the life of me have it focus and then recompose without having it take the actual photo. You're supposed to half press the shutter button to set the focus, but I found that even the slightest touch made the shutter go off. One thing I did really like about it is that, as opposed to many of my own cameras, this little guy is small and it easily fits into my smallest purse. It's made of plastic, but it feels quite rugged, and since it's weatherproof, you don't really have to worry about it too much. So I did bring it along on a few other occasions. It's not just easy to bring along with you, it's also really easy to shoot, as the name point and shoot would probably suggest. You don't have to think about setting the exposure or the focus or the winding, it just does everything on its own. One thing I do really wish that this camera had is an exposure compensation dial. I would love to be able to add 1 or 2 stops of extra light, as sometimes I do find that the photos are a little bit dark. Plus, it would also help in case you're trying to shoot some expired film. For this image, I'm surprised how well exposed Gregory's face still is, as it was looking all silhouetted to me even in that moment in the harsh light. After I shot frame 24 of this roll and nothing seemed to happen, I started to wonder if maybe I had to do something. But luckily, after I shot frame 25, the camera automatically started to rewind, as one would expect from a fully automatic camera. So you might have noticed that I didn't immediately fall in love with this camera while shooting it. The Super Scope is fun, but I didn't find it very usable. And the fact that the shutter would go off while I was still trying to focus and compose didn't really help either.
That's not creepy.
But something happened when I was scanning the negatives of this roll. I really fell in love with some of the results. This lens is sharp. The focus is spot on. And I remembered I did have fun shooting this camera, and after seeing the results, I immediately wanted to take it back out to shoot. A few days later, Gregory and I headed off to Beaulieu-sous-la-Roche, a place where we've passed through on many occasions, but we never really explored it. And well, Beaulieu, which basically means beautiful place, did not disappoint. There was this giant wisteria, which is one of my favorite plants, just calling out to be photographed.
Wow. Wow, look at this place, man. I have to do some portraits here.
With the rocks, it's like super nice.
Will you go sit on the rocks? We have to come back here with a different camera.
This time I thought I'd try to make some more close-up photos as well, as this lens does focus from only 35 centimeters away. And I don't know how, but while I was shooting this second roll, I suddenly managed to half press the shutter, focus and even recompose the shot without accidentally pressing the shutter. A big win for me and a big plus for this camera. I feel like some of my photos were still slightly off compositionally, and I think that is due to two things. One is that I'm not really used to shooting the 35mm focal length, and two, the fact that this camera is a point and shoot camera, it kinda makes you want to shoot faster than I usually would with any other camera.
Wait, don't move.
And turn down the tunes, safe in the shape of my lovers. Ah. Well, I take my time.
In this case, I actually think it looks better in black and white. For my last photo, I thought I'd finally try that self-timer.
Overkill for such a small camera. You like that, huh? Having an assistant?
Oh yeah.
So I pushed the self-timer button, thinking it would activate the self-timer after I would press the shutter, but nope, it immediately started counting down from 10, making me have to run frantically into the frame. The camera did let me have another 25th photo on this roll as well, so I tried another shot.
Try one more. Done.
Ready?
I never expected to say this, but after shooting 2 rolls of film through this camera, I could actually see it replacing my other cameras, at least in certain conditions, like for example a photo walk in the city or when you're just shooting for fun. Although I love the slow and thoughtful process that is needed to shoot my other cameras, this one offers something different. The freedom to shoot without having to think too much about it, to just have fun with it, and to easily bring it with you wherever you go. Now all of this puts me in a difficult position, as it is still an overhyped and overpriced camera. Plus I have to give it back to my boyfriend, so he can sell it to someone much richer than me. Unless...